Hi everybody, it's Linda and I am here to do a flip through of 3 journals that I made. They are Christmas journals and I made them as part of the July challenge with Dear Julie. And our challenge was to make 3 nearly identical journals using 20 items from a Dollar Tree or Dollar Spot and one of her digital kits. And I chose this 12 Days of Christmas in July digital kit to use, and I'm going to show you my finished journal number 1. And I used Amazon packaging, and I covered it with some green gingham fabric. We could use one piece of fabric from our stash as long as we used it in our cover. So I used this green gingham and I used it throughout the journal for all of my fabric elements. I constructed these little ties with an eyelet in the fabric and some ecru color crochet lace. Decorated the cover with my favorite of the images from that digital kit. I just love this little guy. It says, "Knocking at your door to wish you Christmas joy." This poinsettia and leaf, they're velvety, and they are from a wreath that I had purchased at a Dollar Spot last year, maybe even the year before, and I used all of these poinsettia and leaves in my 3 journals, so that was kind of fun. I love using things that I already own, things from my stash. I made this little tassel from some of the different trims and fabrics that were in my kit, and it can also be easily removed. It's on a little pin here. So opening this up, I want to make sure I'm in frame. I'm very new to this whole filming process, so I apologize in advance for mistakes or if you are not able to see. So anyway, we created a master board for each journal, and so there are a lot of pieces of the master board that I created, just big Christmas collages with the Dear Julie digital, some of the fabrics, some scrapbook papers, just about anything that I had in my kit that could be used. So you'll see pockets and tags and page sides and all kinds of things with different pieces of the collage. Little journal card or a library identification card. Here's a little tag that I made. It holds a little notepad on the back. And this is a little paper clip embellishment. Can be moved, you know, anywhere in the journal. This is a page, let's see, one of the elements that I made using a junk envelope with a window. And I put a little tag in there, and as you can see, when you put the tag in there, it will cover up this window here or put an image in the window. So you can play around with this a little bit and put anything in there that you might like to see. This is a window too, but this one I actually added a bit of matching paper to cover. Okay, so we've got some coffee dyed paper throughout the journal that I dyed myself. This is children's handwriting paper. And then there's an assortment of some scrapbook papers from my stash. And a little tuck spot here with a journal card. I'm gonna keep moving it back and forth. I'm obviously don't have this set up very well here, the camera. So this is a snippet, part of a snippet piece that I made. It's part of that collage-y look. This is part of the master board that I made. So you'll see no 2 are exactly the same. So you'll see lots of those collaged elements throughout the journal. This is a page from an old Christmas magazine and a belly band here. It's got a little pocket in it. Another collaged card from my masterboard. Lots and lots of journaling space in this. This is a page from an old ledger, not too old, probably from the 90s. But it's the month of December, and it's just really nice paper from what was a very nice ledger that I had used as a journal. So I just went through and took out some of the extra pages that I had not used, and so I can kind of get those used. This is one of my favorite Christmas papers. I only have a page or two of it left. And I think it's from Hobby Lobby, actually. But I love that image of Santa. This is a tuck. I just put a little bit of paper behind it for writing. An envelope here with a paper clip that's removable. It's a hidden paper clip, but there's nothing in this envelope, but you could certainly fill it with your Christmas list or your own notes or whatever you would want to keep in there. A little bit of a noisy page there just for fun. Another piece of that journal. And this is the center signature. It's got this beautiful cardinal. This is part of the ledger that I was talking about. I made some dangles. These dangles I added after the challenge just because they weren't actually legal for the Dear Julie Julie challenge. But before I actually sell the journal, I did know I was going to need to add a little something to it. So I apologize, Julie, if you're watching this, but I wanted to make those dangles so that those strings weren't plain. Okay, and a little sewn element there. I like to make fabric ruffles for most of my journals. And I left some of the strings there from my sewing. I kind of like them. I think they're fun, but they can certainly be trimmed if desired. Here is the other side of that envelope, and it also has an additional little envelope that you could put stamps or something in, tickets, and there's a little journal card in here that was a file folder journal card that I made and tucked in that pocket. And another little tuck with a collage journal card. This is a fabric flip tag. Tucks right in here and alongside of this cute, this is one of the digital pieces in the 12 Days of Christmas in July Dear Julie Julie digital that I used. I love playing cards, so that's a fun one. Okay, this is another piece of that ledger with a little paperclip embellishment. This is actually a little hidden pocket, not hidden pocket, hidden envelope. You can put things in the envelope and then it wraps around the page and creates a little tuck spot for journaling cards or what have you on this back side. This is another piece of, or the other side of a Christmas magazine, and I made a little file folder 2-pocket thing here with some journaling cards in it. Another one, this one opens up and you can either journal in here or you could even glue along the sides and make another double pocket if you prefer. And another one of my collage board journal tags. This is fun. This is an accordion pocket. There were a lot of fun videos along the way in this challenge, and this is something that Julie showed in one of her videos how to do that. It was just simple with just regular mailing envelopes. So that was fun to create. And then inside of here, there's a little, what we call a hidden journal card. I like to call them peekaboo journaling cards. So this pulls out. You can write, you know, what you're going to give your kids for Christmas, or your own little secret thoughts, or whatever it is that may not be for anybody but you to read. So just a fun little pocket insert there. And we're just about to the end of this one. Here are 2 more. So there's a total of 3. You can use them wherever you want, of these hidden journal card. This one and this one. And I love this image from Dear Julie Julie. And as you can see, I have some cute little greetings rubber stamped on a lot of the pages, and these greeting stamps are from Red Lead Paperworks, my favorite stamp company on the planet. They have a website. Okay, so here we are to the last page, and it is, we've got a belly band there that you can tuck a small notebook, your shopping list, your things that you tear out of magazines that you want to keep for Christmas ideas. This would make a great journal for December daily. It's not too big, so it would be just enough to record a family Christmas, just, you know, to keep for that time of year. Another big journaling tag with 3 pockets on the back, and the ties there, that's the end. This is it. So this will be listed in my Etsy shop, which is Vintage Joys and Jewels, and there are going to be a total of 3. They're all just a little bit different, but I'm gonna film them in 3 different videos, so they're not too long, and so that if somebody is interested in that video from, and they're in my Etsy shop, you can just pop right over to YouTube and see the video just for that journal. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next flip through video. Bye now.